You are listening to the greatest podcast on YouTube, known as the AWM Studios Podcast, with your host, Barry Wolf. And now, let's get into today's official topic video. All right. Today's topic will be about the WWE's annual Royal Rumble. But first, what I want to get out and off my chest is the topic and announcement that WWE has, that Netflix has acquired the rights to Monday Night Raw. That's right, you heard it right. Netflix has acquired the rights to Monday Night Raw starting January of next year, 2025. So, enjoy it on national television while you still can for the rest of this year, because starting January of 2025, they will be exclusive to Netflix. So if you've gotten rid of your Netflix, you might want to think twice and get your subscription back by the end of this year so that you can see Monday Night Raw weekly on Netflix. Now, why do I think this is horrible in my opinion? Simply put it, that Netflix is charging people quite a lot of money for a subscription service, and they keep going up and up and up and up and up and up in price, that it just means nothing anymore to own a Netflix account. And they're charging people more if they're sharing their Netflix accounts with family members, friends, anybody outside of your local IP address, meaning your main house. So if you're in college and you go back home for the holidays, or you go back home for break or whatever, you can't watch Netflix at your house unless you pay an additional fee, which is ridiculous in my opinion. That WWE, TKO, whoever you want to consider, decided, hey, why not go to Netflix? Why go to Peacock, that we already have a subscription to with our network, where you can watch WCW, ECW, WWF past pay-per-views, and current WWE pay-per-views. Why go there when you can just go to Netflix and charge people ridiculous amounts of money as it is? Yeah, it makes no sense for WWE to have signed on with Netflix. So I don't know why they would have done that. But it's neither here nor there. It's a done deal. As of January of next year, WWE Monday Night Raw is exclusive to Netflix. Again, that's at least from what I'm able to read online on the dirt sheets. It may still be on TV, but from what I'm led to believe, Netflix has acquired the rights to airing WWE Monday Night Raw weekly on Netflix. So I don't know how true this is, but let's get into today's actual topic, the annual WWE Royal Rumble. And today's episode is brought to you by AWM Studios Podcast Personal Merch Store. More about that will be talked about later on in the video. So stick with me, and you can get promo codes for our merchandise on our merch store later on in the video. So yeah. With today's video topic all about the WWE Royal Rumble, I'm going to be playing a video clip right now to explain the rules of the WWE Royal Rumble to those that are new to WWE, which hopefully there are new viewers and watchers and fans all over the world being made every single day at every single moment. So if you're new to WWE and you don't know the rules of the Royal Rumble, here is a video to explain said rules of the WWE's Royal Rumble.
The two superstars superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania!
So what you're able to see there is those are the rules for the Royal Rumble. 1 and 2 start the match, and every 90 seconds or so, another superstar enters, another superstar enters, another superstar enters. This goes until all 30 have entered the ring, and goes on until there is one last elimination at the end of the match. And the winner of the match will go on to WrestleMania to compete for a championship of their choice at WrestleMania. So basically the rules are simple. Go in the ring, fight, and if you get tossed over the top rope with both feet touching the floor, you are eliminated from the match. And like I said, this goes on until all 30 have entered the ring and have exited the ring. And this year, the big 2 stars that are fighting it out in the Rumble, I mean, you have 30 superstars in total, but the 2 superstars that have real animosity with each other story-wise are Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. Now, CM Punk claims, I came back to finish my story, to finish what I started. And that's basically Cody Rhodes' tagline. I'm trying to finish my story. Now, this year, I don't see Cody Rhodes finishing his quote-unquote story. I don't see that happening. I don't know why. I just don't. I think it's going to be like last year's WrestleMania, where he fought Roman Reigns, lost, and is still rebounding from it, trying to finish his story. I don't think it's going to be like John Cena, The Rock, where they fought once and then John Cena was butthurt and crying all over it. Wah. I lost my wife over this. Wah. Let's fight again. And then he wins the match the second time around. I don't see that happening. I don't see him being like John Cena in that moment. Now, what I do see is The Rock being either in the Rumble itself or costing Roman Reigns his match one way or another at the Rumble. So why do I say that? It's because of the promo that The Rock gave in his last Monday Night Raw appearance, which is like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And he said, what do I do? Do I sit at the bar? Do I sit at a booth? Or do I sit at the head of the table? Which was supposed to be, quote unquote, a Easter egg drop that he's going to face Roman Reigns at one point or another. Now, they're trying to build a reasonable story between The Rock and Roman Reigns, but I don't think it's a championship match that they're building. I think they're trying to build head of the table, tribal chief, like who's the true leader, who's the true greatest of the family. Family versus family. I think they're trying to do a better Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy scenario where it's The Rock versus Roman Reigns, who's truly better than who. But in my opinion, if they do this at WrestleMania, which I don't see them doing at WrestleMania, I see them doing it either before WrestleMania or even the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. But whatever, when they do decide to do it, I see them basically giving Roman Reigns the victory over The Rock. Now, if Roman Reigns decides, hey, I want to hang up my boots for a little while, then they'll give the victory to The Rock, and The Rock will run with it with social media and with running with it on interviews and all this for whenever he's doing movies and he's doing red carpet interviews and all this, he'll bring it up. Oh, I beat my cousin Roman Reigns. Ha ha ha. Like something like that. But if Roman Reigns ends up winning, I think he's going to make The Rock humble him even more. Basically respect him even more than he already does. But that's just my honest opinion. Much more than this, I don't see what they're doing with The Rock and Roman Reigns. I see more or less Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes part 2 at WrestleMania. Night 2, not night 1. I don't ever see them putting Roman Reigns at the end of night 1 ever because he has been built to be this ultimate superstar holding the belt longer than Hulk Hogan, holding it basically longer than Bruno Sammartino did. So, yeah. Bruno Sammartino in one of his runs held it for like 2,000 days, where Roman Reigns only held it for about 1,000, 1,400, 1,500 days or so. So he's nowhere close to holding it for that record of Bruno Sammartino, 2,000 and somewhat days. But he's close to one of Bruno Sammartino's record. And he's beaten Hulk Hogan's title record already. So, yeah. But also, Hulk Hogan said he might have one more left in him. So does that mean like he's going to put himself in the Rumble and get eliminated? Or is he going to go to WrestleMania in a 5 to 7 minute match, something quick paced? I mean, is he going to put himself in a WrestleMania match? Is he going to put himself in the Rumble and get himself eliminated in the Royal Rumble? I don't know, but in his promo video package this week on Raw, which I'm going to air right here, hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Hopefully I don't. But I'm going to air it right here after this speech that I'm going to give, that Hulk Hogan basically said, I think I have one more left in me. It's basically, one, the video is basically designed just to push further the Royal Rumble, and two, to say from Hulk Hogan's perspective that he might have one more left in him, one more match left in him. Now, my speculation is that he meant that he's going to be putting himself inside the Royal Rumble match as a quote-unquote legend to come back to the WWE. And he might last like 2 or 3 entrants and then get eliminated. But he's not going to last very long if he's in the Rumble match itself. And that's just my speculation. So please take a look at this video clip, this video package from this past Monday night on Raw that they aired with Hulk Hogan in it. And let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be right back after this video clip.
January 23rd, 1984. I was a mess. Pins and needles, brother.
Hulk Hogan, he dropped the big leg on him. Dude, he got out today.
Hogan's got all these Hulkamaniacs out there like me.
The one, the only, the immortal.
Hulk Hogan!
40 years of Hulkamania. That blows my mind. The man, Becky,
The biggest star in this industry.
the list goes on and on. But I would not want to be in that Rumble, brother.
Which man will win the Royal Rumble match?
And I can think of 2 or 3 guys I'd bet on. Cody Rhodes, number 1.
I have to finish the story.
CM Punk.
I'm back to finish what I started.
But don't forget the wild card factor. You never know who's going to show up. You never know. I might have one left in me.
So yeah, what you saw there is basically Hulk Hogan claiming, oh, I can be in the Rumble match because you never know where the wild card will come. Well, Hulk Hogan, if he's in this match, I don't see him, like I said, lasting very long. I see it basically being an early elimination. Maybe he's in it for 4 entrants and then he gets eliminated, but I don't see him making it down to the last 4 or 5 people. No, I don't see that at all. In my opinion, Hulk Hogan is just one of those that are like an attraction, like bring him in, let him work a couple of guys and then let him get eliminated. Fine. That I can see happening. But where he says that he has his picks, Cody Rhodes or CM Punk, they both have something strong going into this match. Yes, they do. Cody Rhodes has something going strong with him basically wanting to finish his story that he started when he came back 2.5 years ago at WrestleMania 39. No, WrestleMania 38, sorry, WrestleMania 38 against Seth Rollins. And basically what that entails is that he came back to face Seth Rollins in his very first ever return WWE match of any kind with no prior dirt sheets saying, oh, Cody Rhodes is coming back, Cody Rhodes is coming back. No dirt sheets knew that Cody Rhodes was definitely coming back. There might have been rumbles and a little like, oh, Cody could be coming back, but nobody knew for sure if he was signed or not to WWE till he made his entrance at WrestleMania 38 against Seth Rollins. Now, in that one, he bested Seth Rollins and beat Seth Rollins and made himself one more of a star. So, yeah. Cody Rhodes basically saying that his story started at WrestleMania 38 and is still going, and he needs to basically finish his story at WrestleMania 40. against Roman Reigns. But in my opinion, I don't see that happening. If he does face Roman Reigns, I see it ending the same way as it did last year, Roman Reigns winning. Because they're trying to keep the belt on Roman Reigns and make him the biggest name in WWE history, that from our generation and forward, no one can touch his record. No one will ever touch his record. Almost like The Undertaker at WrestleMania. No one's going to have a 20 streak at WrestleMania. No one's going to have a 15 streak at WrestleMania. No one's going to have a 25 streak at WrestleMania. No one's ever going to touch a record like that ever again in any generation. Because in order to do that, you would have to come in, work every WrestleMania, win every WrestleMania, and win it all the way up to 25 to touch something like Undertaker's. But Undertaker was built for something like that. His character, his gimmick was always built on being this larger than life phenom at WrestleMania that everyone wants to try and beat down at WrestleMania but never had a chance to. Now, everyone can agree, Brock Lesnar did not need that WrestleMania win against Undertaker. There was nothing that he could have done with that record to run with it, because at that point, he was already a made man in WWE. He was already a made man in MMA. He was a made man everywhere. Everyone knew who Brock Lesnar was, and he didn't need that win to boost his career. You could have given it to Bray Wyatt. You could have given it to Roman Reigns. You could have given it to John Cena. Even still, like, he might have been on the tail end of his career, but still, you could have given it to him, and he could have ran with it with something. You could have given it to Randy Orton again. Could have given it to basically a number of people, and they could have ran with it and made something of themselves. Hell, at 29, WrestleMania 29, you could have given the victory to CM Punk, and he could have done something with it. Honestly, you could have given him that victory, and Punk could have done something with it and made a story for himself. But you didn't. You put Taker over against him, and then the next year, you said, hey, Brock deserves this. Why not put Brock over against Taker? It meant nothing to Brock Lesnar's career, because after that, he was off TV. So, what did that do for him? How'd that boost his career in any way? Tell me. It didn't. It did not need to happen, nor did it ever need to happen for Brock Lesnar. But that's going here nor there. We're talking the Rumble in this episode of the podcast. Basically, what I want to talk about is, like I said, every Royal Rumble starts with 2 people and then 30 people. By the time 30 people have entered, a couple of people here and there have been eliminated, and the match goes on until there's only one person standing in the ring after everyone's been eliminated. So, with Hulk Hogan claiming that he could be in the Rumble, I don't see that being anything more than just a pop for the crowd. Like you hear, dan, 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 and then the crowd goes wild. Like, I don't see anything more than that happening for Hulk Hogan, basically just being a cheap pop for the crowd to go nuts because they hear Real American coming across the PA system. So I don't see anything more than that happening for Hulk Hogan, just a cheap pop. 1, because I don't think he can honestly go a long match. 2, I don't see him going to WrestleMania, whether or not winning or not winning. I don't see him doing a WrestleMania match, even if it's only for like a 3 or 4 minute match, like a Taker John Cena WrestleMania match. I don't see that happening because Hulk Hogan's too injured, too beat up from the 35, 40 years of his career, that at this point in his life, he's better off just being a special attraction at a WrestleMania, basically a host of a WrestleMania or a promo segment at a WrestleMania, but nothing more than that. I don't see him doing an actual full match, even if that full match is only 5 to 8 to 10 minutes. I don't see him doing any of that because he's too run down, too injured, and he has too many injuries in his back catalog of his life. Now, I'm not putting Hulk Hogan down at all. Hulk Hogan can do what he wants, but at the same time, you got to think about his health at the same time. And his health is not really there. I mean, yeah, he could walk around easily to an extent. He can get around and go out and enjoy life. That much he can do, thankfully. But at the same time, Hulk Hogan, I don't think, can pull off a 10-minute match, a 7-minute match, the most he can do, in my opinion, hopefully if he does do it and he proves me wrong, hopefully he does, and it hopefully comes off looking phenomenal, but I don't think he can pull off anything more than a 5-minute match, in my true honest opinion. But If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, let me get into today's sponsor, myself, at AWM Studios merchandise store. Let's get into that topic right now. At AWM Studios merchandise store, you can get yourself something very special this very special holiday season of Valentine's. Get your special loved one something very, very special today by going to bonfire.com/store/AWM Studios. The link will be listed down below, and check out the great Valentine's Day special line and use promo code AWMVAL24. That's AWMVAL24 for 25% off your entire order of the great Valentine's Day special line. This is Barry Wolf saying, show us the love and support. Show this channel, this YouTube channel, the great love and support by getting yourself something very special today by checking out some of our awesome high quality merchandise on our store. Again, the link will be listed down below. And if you have a very special loved one for this holiday season of Valentine, please look forward into getting them something very, very special today by going to bonfire.com/store/AWM Studios and checking out the great Valentine's Day special line and using promo code AWMVAL24 at checkout to get 25% off your order. Thank you again, and let's get back into the video. Alright, now the video that I want to talk about right now, the topic I want to talk about is steering a little bit away from the Royal Rumble, and that is the fact that Monday Night Raw is going to Netflix next year. Oh my god. Why would you put Monday Night Raw on Netflix? And is it solely Netflix, or can you still watch it on USA Network? Is Netflix the only way you can catch Monday Night Raw next year? 2025? I don't know. We're gonna have to just wait and see. But by January of 2025, you're going to be watching WWE Monday Night Raw weekly on Netflix. So if you got rid of your subscription because the pricing is too high, I don't blame you. But if you don't want to miss out on WWE Monday Night Raw weekly, you have to re-get your subscription back by December of this year so that by January of next year, you can watch Monday Night Raw weekly on Netflix. Now, why Netflix? I don't know. They have a subscription service as it is on Peacock. I don't know why TKO or the WWE as a whole, whoever controls the purchasing rights for their product, I don't know why they would sell to Netflix when you already have them on Peacock with their WCW pay-per-views, their WCW weekly shows that they used to do back in the 80s and 90s, and ECW and their past WWF events on Peacock. Like, I don't get why, when you have all that already loaded on Peacock, you wouldn't just say, hey, switch over to Peacock starting January and watch Raw there. No, you're switching over to Netflix, a company that's already charging us ridiculous amounts of money if we want to share our passwords with families and friends. Like, seriously, charging us ridiculous amounts for that. And if we don't want ads, we have to charge another ridiculous amount. Like, on top of that, like, come on, Netflix is already going up in price, making people already cancel their subscriptions. And yet you think it's a smart idea, WWE, to go onto Netflix for Monday Night Raw? Doesn't seem like a smart idea. You're going to be losing audience members all around the world, in my opinion. I think slowly, after, like, I'm going to think about March, April, May of next year, you're going to start seeing the numbers drop dramatically when it comes to viewer retention, because Netflix is charging us a ridiculous amount. We're not going to want to purchase Netflix just for WWE weekly shows of Monday Night Raw. So we're going to cancel our subscriptions, and you're going to lose the viewers at home more and more and more and more and more, that you're going to be forced within a year or 2 or 3 years, however long the contract is, that you're going to have to be forced to go with Peacock when that contract expires just to get us back. But that's just me. I don't know exactly how it's done. I don't know what the contract exactly is or what it says or how long it is. But in my opinion, because Netflix is charging everyone a ridiculous amount, you're going to start losing viewers at home. That's just me. That's just me. But again, I don't know what else to say. Anyways, that does it for this week's episode of the AWM Studios podcast. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. Click it, click it, click it. And subscribe to us right here at AWM Studios Productions on YouTube. And while you're at it, check out my second channel, All Wrestling Madness. And if you want to, go in the description box below, click the link to the second channel, watch some of their videos, and also subscribe to my friend there too, to show him the love and support as well. And while you're at it, check out my merchandise store. Again, all the links will be listed down below, and there will be a subscribe button on the screen and a video on the screen as well. So click that video. Check out my other videos also on my channel. All right. Thank you again. Have a great, fantastic, wonderful day, and talk to you all in the very next podcast episode, hopefully with my co-host, Sean, again, who runs All Wrestling Madness. Check him out. Check out his videos. Check out his channel. The links will be listed down below. Thank you again, and talk to you all in the very next episode. Good night, everyone. Next time on AWM Studios podcast, you can catch me and my co-host as we talk movies, music, and more. All you gotta do is subscribe to this channel, AWM Studios Productions, for more info on that and for when it will be released. Until then, thank you, have a great night, and hopefully talk to you
in the next episode.
Good night, everyone.